It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 4. Naturally, my body just woke up at 4. What's wrong with me? Glasses are on. Let's go for a walk. I had to stop for a second and just point out the moon. Holy cow, that is beautiful. Today is March 7th, 2020. There's the gas prices for this morning. Are you kidding me with that moon right there? Oh my gosh. Well, here we go. 4 hours later, and gas prices have dropped again. Hey, what's up, everyone? All right. Back from the walk, showered, shaved my head, was on the phone for a bit, just messaging some friends. It was a good walk. I woke up this morning, honestly, I was going to turn the alarm off and just sleep today, because I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot. And I had the alarm set for 5 a.m., and my body woke up at 4 a.m., which I'm not complaining about. I laid in bed for a bit, and then my body was like, you know what? A walk would be good for you today. So I was going to do about half of what I normally do, but then I got lost in the music, and I did more than I usually do. So today I did just under 14 miles, and it took me under 4 hours, which I'm very, very happy about. But that was my morning. What I want to talk to you guys today about is the point system for Weight Watchers and how that kind of helped me figure out what foods I should be eating. So Weight Watchers does points. Whenever I started, I was at their max points, which is around 51 points. And then as you drop weight, the number of points you get gets reduced. So right now I am at 29 points for an entire day. All the foods that you eat do have point values to it. And to get that point number, it takes a lot of things in consideration, such as saturated fats, protein, sugars, all that wonderful stuff. Basically, it's all put into the system and boom, a point value is given. So as soon as you see, you scan an item at the grocery store on the Weight Watchers app and it tells you a number of points, the next thing I always do is I look at the serving size, and I want to make sure the serving size matches up with the product I purchased and with what the app says. Because sometimes it might say the entire entree or the package if I'm doing something frozen, so then I know the entire meal is going to be that point value. But sometimes it says like so many points per item, and that would mean if I'm doing, let's say, frozen enchiladas, and there's 2 in there, that would be the point value for just one of those enchiladas. And so I would have to flip on the app up for 2 servings, and then a new point value will come up. And sometimes it just takes that one and doubles it. Sometimes it's less and sometimes it's more. So that's kind of how the point system works on Weight Watchers. Now, for those of you watching this that are on Weight Watchers, I am on the blue plan. Weight Watchers has 3 different plans right now. The blue is kind of the basic. This is what Weight Watchers has been for a long time. And if you're on one of those other plans, listen to what I'm doing, but please make sure you take everything into that lovely Weight Watchers app and make sure the point values are correct for you. All right, so what I'm going to talk about is some of the staples I always have in my pantry and my refrigerator, and this is just a taste. This is just a taste of it. Number 1, I'm a snacker. And I think what I brought out is a lot of snacks. Crave a crunch, especially late at night Because, dear Lord, I would go through a bag of potato chips like it was nothing. I would go to the store when it was buy one, get one free, like Doritos or something like that, and I would eat an entire bag in a sitting. Yeah, and I know I'm not the only one who's done that, but that was like a common, almost everyday thing. So I do crave that crunch, and especially, oh dear Lord, I gave up corn chips. Like, I didn't give it up, but I don't eat corn chips nearly like I used to. I am a nacho fanatic, so anything that kind of resembles nachos, I kind of try to stay away from because I could eat nachos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, looking for a crunch. So let's look for something with some point values, and this is what I do. There we go, pretzel chips. Love these things. Now, let's look at what a serving is. So on the back, where it gives you all your nutritional stuff, a proper serving of this is 28 grams, about 10 crackers. And you're probably thinking, okay, well, the crackers are crunched up in pieces. How do you figure it out? Get yourself a food scale, put your dish on there, zero it out, and figure out how many grams was that? 28 grams is. That's how you do it. 3 points right there. That's how many points, one serving, 10 crackers, 3 points. So remember, I'm at 29 points for an entire day, right? So let's say I'm running low on points, but I really am hungry and I'm looking for that crunch. I'm looking for that snack, but I don't want to use my points on it. So here is a great alternative that is a huge addiction of mine. Pickles. I go through so many jars of pickles. It is unreal. Pickles gives me that crunch. It's flavorful, and it's a 0 point item. Now that is as long as you are not buying things that are sweet. Once sugar gets added into the brine, yeah, points are there. But there's a lot. Right now, Velastic has a great pickle that whenever I find, I buy jars upon jars of, and it's Tabasco flavored pickles. Oh, I could eat an entire jar in one sitting. I love pickles so much. So, here's another little Weight Watchers trick for you. A lot of times when I'm really hungry but I don't have those points to give, pickle, and then I will go to Publix. Publix is our local grocery store here in Orlando. They sell boar's head meat, the oven gold turkey breast, 0. You wrap that around a pickle, boom, you're in business. It is lots of protein, it gives you that crunch, it's flavorful, and it does fill me up. So there we go. Great little snack for you guys. So we got the pretzel chips, we got the pickles. Let's go into something else that is pickled. Pickled jalapenos. I put this on everything. I think whenever I go to Walmart, I usually buy these at Walmart, they look at me very oddly because I will buy like 20 of these jars. Isn't that crazy? I will buy 20 of them and just have them ready to go, and I go through about a jar and a half a week. So what in the world do I put this on? Everything. When I make pizza, it's on it. Whenever I do stir fries, jalapenos are attached to it. But I do popcorn. I do popcorn almost every day. Now the popcorn I do is kernels of popcorn put into a hot air popper, no oil, no butter, but I need that to be flavorful. Add some jalapenos to it. You'll thank me later. Yeah. Oh, you want something else? That's 0 points. And this one you gotta scan, because not all of them are 0 points. But I found some sun-dried tomatoes that I mixed into my popcorn. And now I got that little bit of salty, little bit of spicy, little bit of sweet, all mixed in. Oh, and it's amazing. But remember, no oil, no butter. The popcorn I get Orville Redenbacher's. 3 tablespoons is, I believe, 3 points. But double check your popcorn and all that stuff whenever you're looking at all that. So, moving on. Olay Extreme Wellness Tortillas. Little on the pricey side, but the tortillas are amazing and only 1 point each. Crazy. 1 point for a tortilla. Because anytime you get into breads in the Weight Watchers program, breads have a lot of points attached to it. And sometimes that's worth it. If I am wanting to get a hamburger for dinner, like a real hamburger, you better believe I will account for the bread and I'll point every little thing, but I prepare for it, right? So I eat a lot of 0-point foods. So an example, last night I didn't have a lot of points to use. I wanted a dinner that was going to be around 5 points. So what I did was I got 3 of these tortillas. So that's 3 points. The next thing I did was put some refried black beans on it. This is Trader Joe's. 0 points. The entire can will be 0 points. It's ridiculous, but it's very high in protein. Now, just because it's 0 points, remember, that doesn't mean it's 0 calories. You can't just like eat can after can after can of this. Still proper servings, but 0 points. And then, of course, mixed into that, some jalapenos, then cheese. I used to be a cheeseaholic. I could get a bag of cheese, like shredded cheese, and go through a bag and a half of that with 1 meal. I love cheese like most people out there. A little too much. So I had to cut back on my cheese intake, and then I got to the point where I was like making these meals and I kept forgetting to put cheese on. So that took about 7 months into the program for that to start happening for me, where I'm just forgetting to put cheese on. But I took like the full fat cheese, and then I went down to reduced fat cheese. And then Trader Joe's sells this amazing reduced fat mozzarella cheese that was only 2 points per serving, and it's so good. And they stopped making it. And that was the thing with Trader Joe's. You're gonna find that one thing that changes your life, and come to find out they've stopped making it. So I was looking for an alternative, and I found one. It's Kraft fat-free mozzarella shredded cheese. Fat-free. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. Melts, okay, but it gets the job done with what I need it to do. A proper serving of this, which is 1/4 of a cup, 0 points. We're gonna do a full cup. We're looking at about 2 points there. So a nice little cheese alternative if you are needing that cheese fix. And now that's the cheese I prefer. My stomach doesn't handle the full fat cheeses like it used to. So anyways, that dinner, we had the tortilla, we had the pickled jalapenos, we have the refried black beans, we got cheese. The next thing we're gonna do is put some chicken on it, grilled chicken. I will buy a giant package of chicken, frozen chicken breasts, and I put it in the air fryer, cook it up, dice it up, throw it into a bag, and now I have chicken for the week. So, take some of that diced chicken, throw it in the tortillas, wrap it up, throw it in the air fryer, cook that for 10 minutes on 400, take it out. There we go. I have an amazing, amazing meal. That's only 3 points. Crazy. So a lot of what I've learned with food is take what you like, figure out how you can make it better, and once it gets to that point where you're like, oh, there's not a lot, how can I beef this up and make it more filling, and that's usually by adding something that's more in protein. And that's why I go through chicken like mad, and cans upon cans of these refried black beans, or their fat-free salsa-style refried beans, which are amazing, or their refried pinto beans, which are amazing. If I'm doing anything refried beans, I'm going to Trader Joe's for it. Because everything else just, it's not as good, or there's a lot of points involved. There we go. Little idea of some of the food I eat. I'll get a little bit more in depth with all this a little later on in the future, and maybe we might cook together. But yeah, get the food under control. And that's, with weight loss, the first thing you have to do is get your food under control before you start going to the gym, before you start doing these crazy walks that I'm doing, before you're lifting weights. All of that is great if you want to get fit, but if you're looking at losing weight, it all starts in the kitchen. That is probably the most important lesson I have learned in this entire weight loss journey, is that weight loss happens in the kitchen. It is all the foods that you eat. If you want to get fit, that's when you go to the gym. You need to take those two and separate them. And the moment I did that, life became so much easier. Because whenever you're thinking about food, and I gotta go to the gym, and I gotta do this, and fit, and all this, your mind goes insane. And then it becomes too much, and you just give up. And that happened to me many, many times. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you out there. Take it step by step. Work on the food first for weight loss. Food comes first, get that under control, and then slowly start adding in some fitness. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. I will have another one out for tomorrow. April 11th is right around the corner for my special day. That's a mystery even to me. I know. What is it? It's a mystery. All right, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to Instagram me on, you can direct Instagram me on Jeff on YouTube, or you can follow me on Instagram. I posted on my stories the moon was just amazing this morning. It was full, it was bright, it was low. An amazing photo. So that's on my Instagram stories from today. But yeah, if you have a question, direct message me on Instagram. Or also take a look in the description. You're going to find my email address. And if you have any questions or want to say hi or whatever, shoot me an email. I hope all of you have a great day today. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and I will see all of you next time. All right, everyone. Bye!